morning. Hello, Sherry. How are you, my friend? Oh, we are here. I'm so excited about this show this morning because we are doing 2 recipes. So, Sherry, you here? Sherry's here. So share it out this morning. I'm really excited about this. And get a gulp of coffee in. Set it over here. I'm doing 2 recipes this morning. I have done elderberry on a live when I first started doing lives, but we done it kind of in a, I did it with something else then too. I don't remember what I did it with, but this is the first show I've done directly related to homeopathic cures. And Jason from Two Family Bigger Bear Homestead, I'll get it out in a minute, dang, was talking about this yesterday morning about what are you doing getting ready. Hey Pete, how are you? What are you doing getting ready for cold and flu season? And it got me to thinking I need to get my stuff ready because it is that time of year. So thank you, Jason, for kind of getting me, kicking the butt and getting my stuff going, because Fire Cider needs to set up. Oh my gosh, guess what I forgot to do? I hear it going over there. Can you turn my phone off, Keith? Needs to set up for, 4 to 6 weeks. So I probably should have started it 4 to 6 weeks ago. But anyway, we're going to get that started. I'm going to start the elderberry first because it needs to cook on the stove for about an hour. So we'll just be kind of wrapping that up. But I'm making a double batch. So first thing you need to do is you need elderberries. Now, I purchased these at my local health food store, but you can get this same bag. It is Straw West Botanicals elderberries. You can get these on Amazon. I'll link it down in the description. If one of my moderators, hey No-Dos, how you doing, sweet friend? If one of y'all want to grab this link, it's in the description. This is an affiliate link, and I honestly need I need somebody to use my affiliate link before I lose my Amazon account. But it's the exact same price that I paid at my health food store. Exact same price. So, but it's like $22 for this big old bag. And they do have them in stock, and they may not have them in stock because they did run out last year. So anyway, you need some elderberry, and like I said, what I'm using is I'm making a double batch of this, and this is the same recipe that I used. Now I know that it's hard to actually sell kits, so if you wanted to buy them, please. If Amy and Brett still have some kits, you can also buy from them. So I'm using a 1/4 or a cup and a 1/3 of elderberries here. I'm going to do it this way versus pouring it in there. And I'm just going to pour it. I've got a pot. Yeah, I can see a pot. All right, cup. I'll grab my 1/3 cup. When I decided to double my batch here, I didn't get my, all right, pour that in your pot. And see, I can make 2 or 3 batches of it with it. And I've doubled the batch. So that tells you how much this makes. All right. Put that over there, out of my way. And then you're going to need some ginger. You can pick up ginger root at your grocery store. Did you get my potato peeler out?
I don't know. I think I was looking for it. You were trying to go on for that.
I did. That's okay, Keith. I'm just going to slice it. Now, you can grate this or slice it. I think I've always sliced it anyway. Ginger, look up all the properties of everything that I'm putting in this stuff. I had all this printed out, and I think I left it up sitting on the desk at work. Everything that's going in these recipes today have medicinal purposes. Did I say that right? Okay. That sounded funny after it come out of my mouth. All right. So I'm just putting a rough chop on this ginger versus grating it. All right. Save part of my ginger for the next recipe, and that goes in the pot. Okay. Now, the next thing you need.
Spoons are great scrapers.
Huh?
They said use a spoon, it's a great scraper.
What's already in there now? It works. I promise. I did it that way last time. All right. Now you need some cinnamon. This all gets strained out anyway, and it's going to cook in the water on the stove for an hour. So it's fine. All right. I'm looking at my recipe because I doubled everything, so I want to make sure that I'm doing the math right in my head. You know, me and math aren't always the best of friends. All right, I'm putting in 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Cinnamon, believe it or not, has great, one of the things I like to do when I get really bad allergies is get local honey. And I had this discussion yesterday with a girl up at the office. When you go to your grocery store, especially in Texas, okay, you go to your grocery store and you buy, it says local honey. All that actually means is it's local to Texas. It could be from Dallas. Okay, that's not local. I went to my health food store and bought local honey. This is local to Conroe. That means the bees fly in town or in this area. That's local. When you go to your grocery store and it says local, that means it may have been 500 miles away. All right. Got my cinnamon in. That's my little rant for the day, maybe. And then I've got some cloves. Okay. I screwed up the last batch of this that I made. I'm waiting for my daughter to say, oh, yeah, she did. I dumped way too much clove in it and like to have killed us. Don't put too much clove in it. Because you can kill it with clove. Half a teaspoon of clove. All right. And then you need, because I'm doubling this, 7 cups of distilled water. Don't use tap water. Get you some good distilled water. Or if you got a Berkey or something like that, that's fine, but I don't, unfortunately. It's 4. All right, 7. Oh, let's see that. Pick my spoon up off the floor and rinse it off. My floor is clean, but you know. 3-second rule. Give that a good stir. We're going to put it over here on the stove and get this to simmering. Put it on medium-high heat, and you're just going to let it simmer. All right. Now, let's start on the fire cider. Okay, so here's the thing with fire cider. I don't want this stuff so hot that because if I put habanero, a ton of habaneros in it and got it so stinking hot that we couldn't drink it, then I'm wasting time and money on this. So what I got some super sweet peppers. I did get some jalapenos. I couldn't find any horseradish root to save my life. And I went to the big fancy store, the new H-E-B. But I do have some hot cream horseradish that I'm gonna put a little bit of that in it. Got plenty of ginger, garlic, onions, some turmeric, some lemons, some oranges, and that's what we're going with. And some rosemary. Each one of these, like I said, I printed all this out. I was gonna read it to you what each thing does for you.
Two families said she rose horseradish.
I know. And if I'd been thinking, I'd had you bring me some. If y'all haven't seen my video from last weekend, guys, we had such an amazing time in Georgia. Let me tell you what, in North Carolina, we flew in, went to Dee and Shayla picked us up. Went to I'm just peeling some garlic real quick. Went down and met up with Two Family Homestead. Nathan and Johnny were there. Hung out at Robin and Jason's. Had such an amazing time. Loved it. They have an amazing piece of heaven right there. If you haven't seen the 2 videos that I put out, I had a third video to do of some cornbread dressing. I've got to film another part of it because I got so busy talking and visiting, I didn't finish the end of the video. So I'm going to try to make some more dressing here and finish the end of that video. I was so irritated with myself. But we were just having such a great time just visiting and fellowshipping that I forgot to finish the end of the video. So anyway, if you haven't seen those videos, please go check them out. I had an amazing time. I know Keith did too. I think everyone there did. It was just a great time. I don't know if I can grow horseradish, Sherry. Does it have to have cooler temperatures? I'm having okay. Having a hard time with the garlic. I should have peeled it beforehand, huh? This is why normally y'all see me with squeezed garlic, because I hate peeling garlic. All right. See, those chefs do it. It just comes right off. I smell like garlic all day.
That's what Sherry said. Put your knife on it and pound it.
And pound it, yeah. It just sticks to you. Monday, if y'all didn't know, Monday on Two Family Homestead, Keith and I are the special guest. Because it's our 1-year anniversary. I have been on YouTube for a year, people. Can y'all believe that? A whole year. I am just blown away. We got to talking about it the other day. I cannot believe I've been doing this thing for a year. Keith, you may have to come help me, or I'm going to be here all day peeling garlic. I've got to have 16 cloves.
16?
Yes. I should have done this prior, guys. I'm so sorry. I got a little distracted this morning and
What do we have to go
5 cloves. All right, you peel garlic and let me start working on some of this other stuff. That's why I need a sous chef. Let me get some of this other stuff going. Let me grab a spoon. All right, get this ginger going. All right, y'all said scrape it with a spoon, huh? Huh. See? Even old cooks can learn new tricks. I don't cook with ginger nearly enough, and I know it's good for me. I made some ginger tea one time, and it burnt my mouth so bad. I'm like, you remember that? I'm like, oh, I'm going to make some ginger tea. Yeah, that didn't work too well, did it? No, I meant me in the ginger tea.
Oh, no.
It smells good. All right. All right, so what you need for your fire cider. I am going to be making 2-quart jars of my fire cider. So basically everything that I'm making, I'm going to be dividing in half. Gotta get another knife. Here, would it be easier to trade me knives real quick? You have to take the big knife. Let me have that knife. Knives in the kitchen right here, folks. I'm going to cut up some onion. Now, if y'all have seen any of Zach Stiver's videos, he swears by this stuff. Jen Stiver, on the other hand, will not touch it with a 50-foot pole. But if anything will keep me, we had last year what we all kind of called the Marco flu. Or he didn't, I did. I'm not utterly convinced that I didn't have coronavirus. I didn't. They tested me for all the flus. And I didn't have the flu. But I was sick as a dog. Now, it was before Corona hit. Officially. But I had what they have said all the symptoms are, right? So, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I just don't know. Where's my other quart jar? You get two? Oh, yep. Right, okay. So I don't know. But I do know that I was pretty certain I was going to die. That is definitely the sickest I've been in a very, very long time. Now, with that being said, every year we've taken a flu shot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, This year, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I don't think I will take the vaccine, and I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get in a political discussion on it, but you know, I just want to do everything I can to be healthy. So, huh? Yep, do everything I can keep my family healthy and keep us healthy. So, all right, got our ginger in there. Garlic, guys, is one of the best. Fermented garlic is one of the best antibiotics that you can do. These are really big oranges. I may just use one for the 2 jars. I'm going to rinse these real quick.
Oops, I throw it in the wrong one.
It don't matter.
That should be 16.
Okay. Let me take one of the oranges out. I want to be able to get everything in here. All right, I've got some lemon. Okay. Jalapenos. You can smell those.
You split them?
Huh? I'm just chopping them up. Okay, now I'm going to add in my spices. All right. This is turmeric. If y'all don't know a lot about turmeric, it is one of the best anti-inflammatory herbs that you can get. I like to buy the loose leaf that I can get at my local grocery store. HEB sells this loose leaf.
I thought it was brown.
Huh?
I thought it was brown.
Well, it's ground turmeric. But it's got amazing healing properties to it. The problem is, cooking wise, I'm not a huge fan of the flavor profile. Now, I like it on chicken. Sorry, the pepper. one of the ladies I used to go to church with, she has since moved to Ohio, up in Cherry territory. I miss her greatly. She would put it on her oatmeal. But it's supposed to be great for arthritis. She'd make a tea out of it. I have some turmeric tea. I struggle with it. I'll be honest with it. She just like, just drink it, Misty. Okay, so turmeric. Let's see. All right. Tablespoon of turmeric. Kendra, did you get the cayenne pepper out for me? I don't see it. All right. Rosemary. I got it, Keith. It's okay. I need to learn to do my recipes in a lot bigger font is the problem. Yeah, it sucks going, or I need new glasses. I hadn't decided which. I just had it. All right. I thought I'd throw all these away. There we go. Did a half teaspoon of rosemary in each. All right, let me get my cayenne. Check on the elderberry over here. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Sorry, guys. It's chilly. I don't see the cayenne.
It's in a big thing.
Is it a big one?
Yeah.
Can you come see if you can find it?
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at. All right, anyway. The sweet peppers. Almost let these guys out. Okay, so the thing with peppers is that even the peppers that aren't extremely hot have a lot of vitamin C in them. So you can get peppers like these and they still have a lot of vitamin C. So you don't necessarily have to burn your face off. I'm just going to kind of put those on top. Did you find them? And a lot of this is going to settle down over time. And you just push it down as far as you can get it down in your jar. So I want to know, what are you guys doing to get ready for flu season? I'll pose the same question to y'all that Jason did us. What are you guys doing to get ready for flu season? And I'm just going to put a little bit of cayenne in there. Cayenne pepper, by the way, guys, look these ingredients up because each one of these ingredients have amazing healing properties to them. All right, I'm just using organic apple cider vinegar. It does have the mother in it. And I'm just making sure everything is getting covered. Now, of course it has a tab on it. Okay. And then what you need to do with fire cider is cover it with like a coffee filter, which is what I'm going to do. And then you set it up for, you know, about 4 to 6 weeks. And then you're going to strain it off and then put it, you know, put a lid on it, put it in your refrigerator. And you can use it as a preventative, or if you get sick, hit on it every single day. Okay, that wasn't good. My husband just dropped his computer on the floor. Hey, built on a rock, how are you?
What was that noise?
Oh, your dad dropping his computer.
I put the coffee filters over there somewhere.
Did you? I don't see them.
Right there in their normal spot.
I had taken 2 off though.
And this is usually what I do when I make kombucha or anything is I just will put a coffee filter on it and I'll take a ring just as long as the metal is not touching. And then, you know, once a day or something, just give it a shake, right? And mix it up. And then you just want to store it in a dark place. I just got the vinegar all of it. I'll change that out here in a little while. Okay, let's check on our elderberry. How are we doing on time?
30 minutes.
All right.
About.
This is cooking down now nicely. Needs to cook for about 15 minutes, probably. Because what you want is all your little berries to crush. I'm gonna clean up my mess a little bit over here. You want all your berries to start crushing, and then you're going to smash them down and render all your juice out. Get some of this cleaned up off here. And so on your elderberry, you can process it. Just don't add the honey. Now, if you're just going to store it in the refrigerator, you can go ahead and mix the honey in it. But if you want to process it, water bath can it, don't add the honey yet, which is what I'm going to do. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and put in the refrigerator, you go ahead and you put a cup of raw honey in it and mix that while it's still warm, and then you can store it in the refrigerator for weeks. But whatever you want to store on your shelf and make shelf stable, don't put your honey in that yet. Yeah, Papa Z is fine. Thankfully his computer is fine. So he was getting up to find the coffee filter for me and knocked his computer over. And it hit the floor. So let that continue to cook real quick. I want to eat orange. What's left of my orange here? Pete, I have no idea what I would do without Keith. I tell you what, he is definitely my rock. And sorry, I missed over, kind of checked out on everybody's live last night. I was so tired yesterday. I'm still a little jet lagged, I think. You wouldn't think just an hour time zone would be that big of a difference. I bet, Sherry, I bet you're exhausted. I can't imagine. We flew. We didn't even drive. But I come home and I went right back to work. You know, I have never had Jupiter berries. I know they sell them up at my health food store. I've thought about, yesterday I went up there and they had a help wanted sign. I thought that would be an interesting job. You know, I think I would enjoy that. We have I think I would enjoy a job learning about all the herbs, and because that's what it is. It's an herb shop is what it is. So they sell, you know, all these things like this and home remedies. And he asked me, the guy asked me, he said, what are you going to do with it? And I said, I'm going to make some elderberry syrup. And I got some honey, and he was really excited that somebody locally knows about making elderberry syrup. So I don't know that a lot of people around here know just a whole lot about that kind of stuff.
No, it didn't.
So, huh?
Carrie said she heard that the benefits of elderberry gets destroyed when you boil it.
That's not true. I mean, no, it don't. In fact, you can't eat them raw because they can be poisonous if you eat them raw.
Okay, I never heard that one either. But
Yeah, the elderberries can be poisonous if you eat them raw. You have to cook them. Hey, Shayla, how are you, my sweet friend? That is so okay. We are waiting on the elderberries to get finished cooking. I just got through making the fire cider. Hey, I'll make y'all a deal. When this is done, I'll do my first shot of it live.
I won't.
Yes, you will.
Not live.
Will anybody show up to watch me do my first shot of it live? Can we get a big crowd in here to... Hey, never enough time. How are you doing? If I can get a big enough crowd on my morning show, Mom, that'll be it. Mama Z does Fire Cider live. to see if I would like pass out and hit the floor. Hey, Jessica, how are you doing, sweet friend? Yes, I did. Where's it at? Did you put it in here, Keith?
What?
My towel.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Where'd you put it?
Second drawer?
That's my Mama's towel.
They're all in there.
Yes, it is. Look, guys. Thank you, Sherry, for reminding me. Thank you. You know my memory sucks. I've got 2 towels I want to show off. My first towel, Sherry and Daryl made this for me.
Yeah, she's talking about the one.
I know she is. I got both of them. Sherry and Daryl, I've been meaning to show this one off too, though. And my memory sucks, Sherry. I'm a horrible person. Sherry and Daryl made this towel for me that I absolutely love. Because people put things out for me. Y'all gotta understand. Keith grabs stuff for me and sets it down, and that's what ends up getting used. And I'm like, get rid of this crap.
That's the one she's talking about.
Yes. I got this one too. It's sitting there. I got towels. They set things in front of me, and this is what gets used. I'll explain crap later. It's too much to explain right now. I have this towel, but yes, it got to me, Sherry. Sherry and Daryl made this for me, first of all. Isn't it cute? And then I got this towel to commemorate our thing at Big Bear. I love these microfiber towels. They're awesome. And Keith's like, where are we going to put them? So we can use them. Because these are great towels. And then they still lay out crappy towels for me to use. All right. All right, we'll set that back over there. That's got to go in a dark place. All right, let me check here. I still probably could have tripled this batch, you know what, Keith?
Probably so.
All right. So I noticed last year when we made this, elderberry syrup by itself has kind of a flavor to it, but when you add the honey to it, it tastes really good. I'm not saying I'm messy or anything. You have no idea. Yeah, you did. You watched me make that dressing. You know what a mess I am. I have good intentions. What was the song? The highway to hell is paved with good intentions. See, if I was Jewish, and it's Jews don't believe in hell. Isn't that true, Sherry? Or is that a myth too? Hell, I don't know. Where's Mr. Willie? He could be keeping count. Mr. Willie come in this morning. I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him.
It's almost ready over here. Of course, it has to cool, so we're probably not going to get to pour it up anyway. What you want to do is this will cook down. You let it cool, and then you strain it off. So you run it through a strainer, cheesecloth, and that kind of stuff, and then you jar it up. And then from there, you either put it back in the pot, mix it with honey, and then you seal it up, put it in your refrigerator, or you put it in jars and you can water bath can it. But you do need to if you're going to make it, I highly, highly suggest that you get local honey. Now, this local honey, like I said, I got it at the health food store. This is local to me. This is from a farm here in town, and it is absolutely amazing. You can taste the pine trees. Conroe is backed up to a state forest and a national forest. And you literally can taste the pine trees. And it's so stinking good. And I have been dealing with allergies right now. Allergies, I always deal with allergies worse in the fall than I do the spring for whatever reason. And the best thing you can do for yourself during allergy season is get you some local to you honey. I know I preached that a lot today, and I'm sorry, but you go to the grocery store and it says local honey. Well, especially if you live in a state as big as Texas, local may not actually be local, because HEB sells local honey, but it's not. It's 500 miles away. It's not actually local to us. So I know I've said that about 5 times. But I had that conversation with somebody. She's like, "Oh, I'll go to HEB. They sell local honey." It's not actually local. It needs to be within, 15 minutes of you to be actually local. But I take a, tablespoon, or this is spoonful, a couple times a day during allergy season, or I take my shot of elderberry. Just got the honey in it. Hey, Heaven's Essentials, how are you doing today, sweetie? So anyway, I highly recommend make you up some fire cider, make you up some elderberry syrup, anything you can do. Take vitamin C, be taking vitamin D. That was the other thing. Vitamin D, most Americans, I don't know about Canadians, I would assume they are too, but we are vitamin D deficient. Even people who are out in the sun a lot are vitamin D deficient. And we recently took our daughter to the doctor, routine blood work. She hadn't had a yearly physical, and she I'm sure won't mind me sharing this. She had been struggling, like most of us have during this whole year, struggling with the blues. I know I'd been too. I shared that in the last video. If you hadn't seen that last video, I posted about our trip. Please go watch it. If one of my mods will share that link, I would really appreciate that. And I talked about it and talked about our trip, how I had been struggling with depression. And I'll just stop calling it the blues. I was depressed, guys. And my daughter had been struggling with depression. Just really because
at times.
Huh?
It got really bad at times.
Yeah,
for me.
my daughter's got really bad. Mine got bad. And a lot of it had to do with the political stuff, with the with the COVID, with all of it. It had just really piled up on me. And the trip helped tremendously. God knows it helped. But also what we found was we were both severely vitamin D deficient. And so indeed, my friend Dee from Naturally NC, who's not here today because she's on a trip today, but she had said, "Misty, I want you to do some research on vitamin D deficiency." And I went and looked it up, and I'd always heard it could cause weight gain. It could cause different things, but I really hadn't looked into it. Well, because I've had weight loss surgery, I'm always vitamin deficient. That's one of the side effects of weight loss surgery is vitamin deficiency. So when I actually looked it up, I'm like, holy crap. So when Kendra had her blood work done, and she was severely vitamin D deficient, guys, because she hasn't left her bedroom since COVID started. She wasn't getting out. So what she started doing, we got her and me both on a high dose of vitamin D. She started walking every day, getting out. Her mood changed immediately. I mean, went a whole new kid, whole new teenager. I'm telling you. I mean, she's nearly 20 years old. I gotta need to at some point stop calling her teenager because she's almost 20. But whole new. My mood immediately got better. Now the trip did wonders for me. I mean, it was just I cannot tell you how good that was for my soul. I cannot tell you. It was amazing. It really was. I needed that a lot. And I know I kind of played with y'all a little bit about it, but it was fun. It was such a fun adventure, and getting everybody there and kind of keeping everybody on the wraps about it. But that was a lot of fun. And thank y'all for
keeping a big secret.
Yeah, thank y'all for allowing me to do that, and you know, getting Sherry and Daryl and Nathan and Shayla and Dee and Robin and Jason and everybody in on it was so much fun. It was truly one of the best weekends of my life. So, but I would highly, if you're struggling right now, I would highly, you know, go get you nearly always have to ask your doctor to do a vitamin D test, but I would highly suggest you get your vitamin D checked. So, yeah. So anyway, all right, let's check this real quick one more time. All right, this is about done, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and it's just got to cool off, guys. It's going to have to sit here and just cool, come to room temperature. When it does, I will strain it off, and we'll just jar it up, and then I'm going to water bath can it. And some of it I'll go ahead and mix with some, like I said, with the local honey. You put a cup of honey to a batch. Usually I just put because what I'll do, I'll put probably about 1/4 of a cup of honey to a pint jar, and then, you know, store it in what I store in the refrigerator. Everything else will get water bath cans. So I want to thank each of you for joining me today. You guys mean so much to me and my channel. We are almost to a year. Don't forget, Monday night, it's 8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Keith and I will be live on Two Family Homestead for their Monday night live show. I am incredibly honored to do that. So thank y'all so much for joining us. I love each and every one of you. And we will see you next week on What's on the Plate. And I will be, I was going to say one more thing. I didn't get a Friday video out. It just trying to get caught back up. I will be back on regular schedule this week. So thank y'all so much. God bless. We will see y'all on next Saturday. Have a great week, everyone.